Premonition will get playing time.
I want some rest.
Okay, so let's talk about Premonition. Josh Primo, the man that everyone is excited to see every single game, to the point where they're chanting for him to get in, and I'm begging you to shut up, because if you keep chanting it, Pop won't put him in. He did the same thing with Boban, but I digress. So let's talk about Josh Primo. So why is it that I believe Josh Primo will get minutes when it's all said and done? Okay, so here's the thing. When you're a great player, and Josh Primo is showing that he is a great player. At least he's a really good player at the age of 18. He's going to be really great. I'll just say he's good, okay? Let's not get too crazy. He's a good player. When you're a really good player, it's going to bleed through. You're going to eventually show that you deserve to be out there. Now, it's not just what you see in the game, because we see a lot in the game, and we're like, oh yeah, he should play. But it's also what you do in practice. And what we've seen from Josh Primo, at least from how people have talked about him, is that he works hard in practice. He's very poised. He does his thing. And Popovich is going to get to a point where he can't help but to play him. But he does make you earn it. But that builds character. It makes sure that whoever's on that court definitely earned to be on that court. And he didn't want to take it away from Trey Jones, because pretty much you'll just be taking away all the work that he did last season. Now, I know some people will say, well, what about Luka Samanic? I think that Luka Samanic didn't get on that court because his effort when he was on the court, and probably practice. I doubt that he was showing lack of effort. I just doubt he was showing lack of effort on the court, but not doing it in practice. I don't see that as the case. But when it comes to Josh, it seems like he is definitely doing the work, and I think he'll get minutes in that regard. Now, here's the thing. No matter who you are, and I know that Popovich has this stigma about him that he just doesn't play players, but in the modern day NBA, we have to keep in mind that he is a lottery pick, and even though he's 18, you can be an emerging star at 18. Like it really, with the defense that the NBA plays nowadays, I mean, unless we're talking about the Milwaukee Bucks, he can survive out there even at the age of 18. With his poise, his basketball IQ, he doesn't try to do too much. But I'm gonna say this is something that I always think back on when I start to worry about whether this person will play or will they be great. Pop does not hinder growth. Pop does not hinder how great you're going to be. You just gonna prove how great you are. Think about somebody, prime example, okay? And I know it's hard because it feels like ancient history at this point. All those championships we got, no one cares about it no more. You missed the playoffs a couple times, and now the whole world is ending. I understand. But if you really think back, it's just think back in our memory banks here, okay? Just think back on little guy they call Manu Ginobili, okay? Now, Manu Ginobili, if you really thought about it, now just really think about Manu Ginobili. Would you have guessed that his playing style would fit with the Spurs at all? Like, would you really believe that? The way that Manu Ginobili approached the game, the many mistakes that Ginobili can make, the crazy passes that Ginobili makes, would you really believe that this man right here would have made it onto a San Antonio Spurs team? And do you believe that this man would actually thrive on said team? Of course you wouldn't, because he played nuts at times. Like, he was all over the place. He took shots that Pop didn't agree with. He did so many things that Pop would just tear his hair out for. Tear his hair out for. I can't speak, guys. But he would do so much stuff to piss off Pop, and he still managed to be in the game. And why is that? Because greatness shines through regardless. It can even shine through in his rookie year. If Josh Primo keeps doing what he's doing, he goes straight into the game, knocks down a three, you're not going to be able to not play him. Right now, you can try to be a little stubborn, make sure that he earns his minutes. And I like that. I actually do like that. But at the same time, don't worry about whether or not Josh Primo would play. You're not hindering his growth. He's only getting better every game. It's just a matter of if he shines through, he shines through. And that's all that's going on. Look at it as a way of Popovich protecting him right now and making him better. Just think of it that way, and I think you'll be okay. And also think about Manu Ginobili and how you would have never guessed that this type of playing style would make it on a San Antonio Spurs roster. And even I would even add on to that. Not only did Manu Ginobili make it to a San Antonio Spurs roster, the way in which this team operated was way more systematic. It was way more, especially young Manu, it was way more systematic, but he still found a way to get himself on that court. So look, don't worry about it. Everything will be okay. He's going to shine. Just wait and see. I really do believe Joshua Primo will eventually get that playing time, and we won't have to worry about it whatsoever. So just let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think he won't play at all? And please limit the Pop slander, okay? I love Popovich. Popovich is that guy. All right, he's a GOAT. He gave us 5 rings. Can we just stop? But yeah, but will he play? You know, let me know in the comments. And if you guys want to support the channel, link in the description for that as well. Patreon, YouTube members. Doing a giveaway this weekend, so but that's only for YouTube and Patreon members. So but yeah, just letting you know. I'll give it to you guys later. Until next time, deuces.